Lausa, a worthy alumnus of whom we are very proud. We acknowledge and appreciate the strides you have made in repositioning the educational sector, despite the obvious challenges. We welcome the introduction of student loan through NELFund, as this has increased access to education. We greatly appreciate our removal from the IPPIS and the removal of our endowment funds and research grants from the Treasury single account. To our Chancellor, the Shehu of Borno, His Royal Eminence, Alhaji Dr. Abubakar Ibn Umar Gabai El Kanemi, we once again thank you, sir, for your commitment and fatherly support. I also want to thank our Pro-chancellor, a progressive Pro-chancellor, who has thrown the weight of the Governing Council behind the management. Thank you very much. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, after the pre-convocation press conference on Wednesday, January the 8th, we attended the convocation Jumat service at the University Mosque on Friday the 10th. On Monday the 15th January, Dr. Tayo Aduloju, the CEO of the Nigeria Economic Summit Group, a distinguished professional, delivered the convocation lecture titled Universities as Hubs for Development and Wealth Creation. The lecture was not only educational, it was a call to action to optimize Nigerian universities for nation building. On that same day, we attended an exhibition of the works and innovations of our staff and students, which were not only awesome, but inspiring, with the production of lithium batteries, alternate energy sources from sound, and this really is what the stuff of which University of Lagos students are made of. 3 projects were commissioned by the Pro-chancellor, Chief Wole Olanipekun, the African Center of Excellence for Drug Research, Herbal Medicine Development, and Regulatory Science, AISDA's building, which is a World Bank-supported project focused on the development of indigenous plants for medical applications. It was followed by the commissioning of the 120-bed space Moremi Hall extension, which is fully en suite, and the ultra-modern Learning Commons, an extension of our library services, which speaks to our student-centered services and provides an environment for teamwork, creative engagement, research collaboration, and knowledge co-creation. During these ceremonies, 16,590 students will be conferred with diplomas and degrees. Of these, in the last 2 days, 9,865 graduates were admitted to their first degrees and diplomas from various faculties and the Distance Learning Institute. The overall best graduating student was shared by 2 students from the Faculty of Science in the Department of Cell Biology and Genetics, with a CGPA of 5.0, a perfect score. These were Mr. Damilare Harun Adebakin and Samuel Akinade Badekale. The best graduating student from the humanities is Olamide Idris Emida from the Faculty of Management Sciences in the Department of Accounting with a CGPA of 4.95. Our university is inclusive in nature, and we promote equity, diversity, and inclusion. This year, 6 visually impaired undergraduate students, 3 male and 3 female, graduated, 2 each from the faculties of Education, Law, and Social Sciences. A breakdown of the undergraduate results showed that we had 560 in first-class degrees and distinctions, which actually made up 5.8% of the undergraduate degrees. We had 3,960 in the second-class upper division, 3,878 in the second-class lower division, 1,164 third-class degrees, and 79 passes. We had 224 unclassified degrees, which are from the medical sciences and pharmacy. Today, 6,725 students will be awarded postgraduate degrees. 6,659 will be from the School of Postgraduate Studies and 66 from the University of Lagos Business School. The highlight of the day will be the recognition of various individuals for their contributions to scholarship and humanity. We will recognize 2 distinguished professors who have retired but continue to contribute to scholarship and academia by awarding them as Professors Emeriti of the University of Lagos. These are Professor Babajide Alo, a Fellow of the Academy of Science from the Department of Chemistry, a former Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Academics and Research, and Professor Olukayode Amond from the Department of Microbiology, a former Dean of Student Affairs. We will also be awarding Professor Victor Arioli from the Department of European Languages a gold medal for his ongoing contributions to the university and the nation. Finally, we are conferring honorary degrees of the Doctor of Science on 3 personalities who have contributed significantly to academic and societal development. This year, we have the privilege of honoring 2 men and a woman who have shown that integrity, hard work, and service to the nation pays. They are Mr. Fola Adeola OFR, a distinguished Nigerian businessman and investor, better known as a co-founder of Guarantee Trust, but is also the founder of Faith Foundation, an NGO dedicated to supporting young Nigerian entrepreneurs through training, mentoring, loans, and so on. The foundation has impacted over 30,000 entrepreneurs. He is also, not often known, the brain behind the new pension reform scheme, and he's globally recognized for his integrity, business acumen, and innovative contributions to the financial sector. We also have Engineer Kolawole Adeshino, the Group Managing Director of Sahara Power Group, a global energy and infrastructural conglomerate with operations in 42 countries. He is an alumnus of the University of Lagos and has been a good friend of the university. He has a diverse background spanning academia, finance, energy, trade, and diplomacy. Under his leadership, Sahara Power focuses on providing sustainable energy solutions. His company has also awarded various prizes to students in various fields and recognized the work of faculty members through the MAD Award, the Making a Difference Award of $12,000 yearly. Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, the Director General of the World Trade Organization, is the first woman and the first African to lead the organization. A distinguished economist, she's renowned for her integrity and significant economic reforms in Nigeria's financial sector. She is particularly admired for her role in the Paris Club negotiations, which resulted in the cancellation of Nigeria's $30 billion debt. Her global recognition stems from her professional expertise and transformative leadership. We are very honored that these 3 personalities accepted our recognitions. Unfortunately, Dr. Okonjo-Iweala will be unable to attend in person this year, but has accepted that it will be conferred on her at the next convocation ceremony. Of the 6,659 graduating from the School of Postgraduate Studies, 513 have a postgraduate diploma, 33 of which are distinctions. 5,933 have a master's degree, of which 429 are distinctions. And we will be awarding 213 with the Doctor of Philosophy degree. 66 students will be graduating from the University of Lagos Business School, 57 with a Master of Business Administration, out of which 17 have distinctions, 3 with a Master of Non-Interest Finance with 1 distinction, and 6 with a Master of Public Health with 1 distinction. The overall Best PhD award for this year goes to Adetun Alaba Akitoye, who obtained her PhD in chemistry. She is also the overall best thesis in the sciences, while Eniola Niniola Ladipo had the best PhD thesis in the humanities in the study of Yoruba language. At the University of Lagos Business School, the best graduating student is Obabi Olorun Kosi Aliyu Gafar with a CGPA of 5.0, a feat achieved for the first time since the establishment of the school. I want to, at this time, thank members of the Senate, the staff, for their hard work and remaining focused and committed to excellence despite the continued economic and social challenges that has characterized our lives in the last 2 years. It speaks to your dedication to excellence, your integrity, and your responsibility. In line with the mandate of teaching, research, and service, and as part of my vision and future-ready agenda, we continue to focus on financial engineering, infrastructural development, reputation building, and manpower development. We focused on building leaders for the future and building minds that are adaptable and relevant both locally and globally. In doing this, we forged new collaborations, exposed our students to international and national competitions, trainings, and internships, and developed more working spaces to improve the environment of learning. One of our more significant achievements as a university in 2024 was the construction of the Med-Africa Good Manufacturing Practice Laboratory built in the Faculty of Pharmacy. This laboratory is the first in West Africa and the third in Africa to be domiciled within a tertiary institution. It is funded through a grant obtained by Dr. Margaret Iluomoya, an associate professor in the Department of Pharmaceutics and Pharmaceutical Technology from the Med-Africa Foundation, Scotch Plains in the USA. It was officially opened and commissioned on May 26, 2024. This laboratory is of the grade for manufacturing drugs and will, in collaboration with the Center for Biomedical Research at the Population Council in New York, develop freeze-dried vaginal inserts for HIV prevention. It is valued at $450,000 US dollars. We also commenced our career support services in January 2024 to improve soft skills and employability of students. Since inception, 837 students have passed through the center, which has provided career conversations, Unilag Industry Career Insights series, resume workshops. 10 of our undergraduate students were then admitted to the Grind Fellowship sponsored by EduBank, and others found job placement opportunities with industry partners. This is done in collaboration with the town, and the office is in the Learning Commons. The University of Lagos is one of the 7 unipods to be spread across different universities in Nigeria as part of the Timbuktu initiative of the UNDP Program for Africa. Timbuktu is an ambitious project of the UNDP to unleash and harness the creative and innovative potential of African youths and spark a startup revolution across Africa. The hub to be located in University of Lagos will be on artificial intelligence, and the project is expected to be completed by the second quarter of 2025. As part of our ongoing Green Air initiative, and as well as our commitment to reduce transportation costs on campus, we launched 8 electric buses on the 6th of January this year. These buses are not only zero emission, but have cut the cost of transportation by about 50% for students and staff, and also reaches areas on the campus hitherto that were poorly served. Our global connections continue to blossom as our students excelled globally. In the last decade, in the competitive recruitment process of Bank of America, it has been recruiting students as interns with other students from around the world. On average, 2 to 3 student interns from University of Lagos are recruited every year. Last year, Precious Ozegbe of the Department of Accounting and Oluwafumilola Odusonwo of the Department of Finance were selected out of over 900 applicants from all over the world for the prestigious World Bank Treasury Summer Internship Program. After the internship, they were offered jobs pending completion of their degrees with first class. They should be here today, but they're in the USA. So they resumed as junior analysts at the World Bank in Washington, D.C. as full-time staff. Our membership in the AfriTech network continues to yield dividends. We ran a workshop on innovation in pedagogy, which focused on the future of education with the increasing access to artificial intelligence. 30 of our academic staff from all our faculties learned not only the ethical use of AI tools, but learned how to incorporate AI into their teaching. We also ran an energy innovation challenge involving federal, state, and private universities, and with a panel of judges from the private sector and Europe. 13 teams were selected from 6 universities to develop proof-of-concept prototypes for energy. Team Phoenix and Green Cell from the University of Lagos came first and third, respectively. We also ran STEM boot camp for girls. We had a marketplace for, tech marketplace for innovators, while we hosted the Elsevier Journal Editors Workshop, which was run by Professor Joe Anguri of Warwick University, at which the Scopus team, who rank journals, were present. This workshop was to upskill editors of university journals to make them more globally competitive. 28 faculty members were involved, and who were editors of many local journals. The 4th edition of our International Week, with the theme Inclusive Digital Transformation and the University Promise, was held between October 21 to 26, 2024. Dr. Tunji Alausa, the then Honorable Minister of State for Health and Social Welfare, but now Minister of Education, was one of our keynote speakers. Participants included over 30 universities from the United Kingdom, United States, Europe, and Africa. And the gathering served as a pivotal platform for discussions on digital innovation and keyed into a central vision of this administration to fully automate the university. The university has 5 innovation hubs. The Design Studio for health-related innovations started with collaborations with the Rice University in the United States, the NITDA IT Hub, the Air Lab, which is the AI and Robotics Lab, the ITMO Lab, and all these labs have continued to serve as a bridge between academia, industry, startups, and investors, driving innovation and entrepreneurship in Nigeria. I must note that our commitment to ensuring that Nigeria is able to optimize the innovations that emerge from within its polity, whether research-produced innovations or street innovations, are supported by not only our staff, but as well as our student innovators. To date, with support from many of our partners, including RISA and GIZ, we have, through our Innovation and Technology Management Office, supported our researchers to file more than 58 patents, copyrights, and trademarks, and provided more than 50 million in prototype funding and 64 million in startup seed grants to more than 40 innovators. The Institute of African Diaspora Studies has become one of the foremost institutes of African studies and has, over the last 5 years, attracted scholars from all over the world as researchers in residence. It has, in addition, organized an annual PhD thesis competition, the Professor Rahman Bello PhD competition, that is open to global and African participants. The works are reviewed by a panel of international reviewers from Europe and Africa. This year's competition attracted over 56 submissions, spanning disciplines ranging from agriculture, industrial sociology, to political science, philosophy, and Yoruba literature. For the first time, the prize was won by a non-Nigerian, a Dr. Jacob Katumusime, a postdoctoral research fellow at the Makerere Institute of Social Research in Uganda, whom we flew in to to be a part of the award ceremony. More recently, as part of our mission to interrogate our history, the IADS released its second documentary on Lagos called Land and Power in Lagos. This documentary explores the complexity of the cultural richness of Lagos and land ancestry, as well as gave insight into the true identity of a Lagosian. It has garnered over 16,788 views on YouTube as of 30th December. Our students continue to excel. In 2024, 6 undergraduate students emerged winners at the annual CFA Institute Research Challenge, making it the 5th consecutive time that the UNILAG team would be winning the challenge. The team was supervised and trained by Peter Ama from the Department of Finance, who has, with the students, developed an investment club that now has an annual conference that brings to the University of Lagos top names in the financial sector, and has provided a stream of students that are winning competitions globally. In the last 3 years, most of the interns selected by Bank of America have come from this investment club. We have many other students working, and our students have been very impressive, participating in over 50 entrepreneurship competitions across different countries, including Rwanda, Kenya, Morocco, and South Africa, and winning many. Our staff are not left behind. I do believe that one of the high points of this 55th convocation ceremony of our university is the announcement of the first winners of the Sahara MAD grant of US $12,000 to each of 3 lecturers. The MAD grant was instituted in 2023 to support the work of proven, student-supportive, research-intensive lecturers. The 3 lecturers are Dr. Gbemini Shobamowo, an associate professor of the Department of Mechanical Engineering, who is working in the field of energy systems modeling simulations and design. His HERSA research group, comprising of lecturers and students, have developed various innovative energy solutions, many of which have already received uptake. In fact, the School of Postgraduate Studies is being powered by alternate energy from this research group. Dr. Ayodele Ibrahim Shitu, a senior lecturer working in the field of development economics, with a focus on the economics of entrepreneurship and innovation. His work to promote innovation in student research projects, he structured a program of support for student research, which produced 2 winners of the 2024 Grooming Grant for exceptional project writing in the field of entrepreneurship, economics, and rural financing. He is the current team lead of the Office of Career Development Services. And finally, Dr. Peter Nogichukwuka, a senior lecturer in the Department of Finance, who is the mentor of one of the flagship student-led initiatives, the Investment Society. To date, over 80 members of the TIS have gone on to internship, placements, and employment at the Bank of America, Merrill Lynch, and Goldman Sachs. Its members also have constituted University of Lagos student teams that have consistently won various prestigious international competitions. Many of our staff also got awards. Dr. Chika Yinka Banjo, acting head of the Department of Computer Science and the lead Artificial Intelligence and Robotics Laboratory, Air Lab, received the PSR Woman of Merit Gold Award, which recognizes innovation, excellence, creativity, and hard work. Dr. Otio Olakoejo and Dr. O. Adewumi, as well as Dr. Adelaja from the Department of Mechanical Engineering, received the ANSYS-funded curriculum grant. This grant supports the development of innovating undergraduate engineering curricula, incorporating ANSYS simulation. Research metrics are important in university rankings, with research income being a significant part of it. UNILAG has consistently done well in the area of research. This year, we attracted over 4 billion naira worth of research grants in various currencies. About 50% of these came from the medical sciences. We are grateful to the federal government for removing research grants from the Treasury single account. This has removed bottlenecks from grant administration. There is no news that we successfully co-hosted with LASU, the Federation of African University Sports, in September last year, where we hosted 70 universities from across Africa, 21 of these coming from outside Nigeria, with 834 athletes, 590 of them male. They were accompanied by 185 institutional officials to compete in 17 sports. Unfortunately, UNILAG did not come first. We participated in 12 sports, and at the end of the games, we came third. LASU came second, and Egypt came first. But we came third with 25 gold medals. But we won the highest number of medals at that game, 100 medals. We also hosted the Nigerian Medical Association Games, ECO 123 LAWA 2024. 16 universities participated in the games. A total of 19 sports were competed for, and UNILAG came first with 29 gold medals. We have had a harvest of infrastructural donations. We must expressly acknowledge Chief Tunde Fanimoko, who as part of his birthday celebrations has pledged to construct a new building for the School of Postgraduate Studies, which is worth about 4.5 billion naira. The groundbreaking for this new building was held on Monday, January 13, 2025. He has also committed to building a new students' hostel worth 2.5 billion, and something that gladdens our hearts, the fourth high-rise building for staff housing, worth about 7.5 billion. In addition, he is endowing a chair in gerontology and is also providing a language laboratory for the Faculty of Arts, as well as providing support for the Lagos Studies Center to promote academic research. In September, we had the groundbreaking ceremony of the state-of-the-art ASR Bua UNILAG Biological Garden Laboratory Complex. This ultra-modern building provides a conducive environment for teaching, learning, and research, particularly in the field of natural sciences. We thank the chairman of Bua Group, Alhaji Abdul Samad Rabiu, for choosing the University of Lagos. We also must thank, most gratefully, the Lagos State Governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, who has committed to refurbishing the JF Ade Ajayi Auditorium, where you are today. The work has started, which is why you are very cool and the temperature is right, and will be completed after the convocation ceremonies. He has also committed to building a learning commons for innovators and entrepreneurs. We take this opportunity to thank also the Lagos State Road Maintenance Agency that has worked with us in resurfacing several key university roads, including the car park of the Faculty of Education, the School of Postgraduate Studies Road, and the Henry Carr car park. We also use this opportunity to once again thank the Chief of Staff, Mr. Femi Gbajabiamila, for the Students' Hostel, which is now energized and ready for habitation. We also commend him for the donation of the ultra-modern Student Experience Center, which will house the soon-to-be inaugurated Students' Union. Admission into medicine and other medical and health specialties is overly competitive due to low capacity. To improve the capacity, the university has gone into agreement with other hospitals to increase bed spaces and has completed the TED Fund-funded Clinical Skills Laboratory at the College of Medicine. This is a small, but it will improve medical education. There's still a lot to be done, but we hope that in the next 2 years, latest, parents will be more comfortable with admissions into the medical sciences. We also recently received a boost for ICT infrastructure from the Federal Ministry of Education for our newly instituted multipurpose computer laboratory for teaching, learning, and CBT examinations. And our alumni have continued to support us. We thank Pastor Tunde Bakare, who donated 7 kVA solar power to the Faculty of Law, making it the first building to be powered by solar energy on campus. We are grateful to him and use this opportunity to call on our other alumni to do the same for their faculties. The 1984 set of alumni of the Department of Mass Communication, as well as the Department of the Actuarial Science and Insurance Students Association, made various donations of office furniture, as well as donations to indigent students who were excelling in class. Mr. Kola Adesina of the Sahara Energies has committed to partner and support the university with an upgrade of a Center for Simulation Studies, which houses the Investment Club. The Faculty of Engineering alumni continues to be the benchmark. They have been very supportive of infrastructural development in the university, as well as being a part of the Engineering Advisory Board, working with the university to co-create the engineering curriculum. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I once again congratulate you, graduates here, and celebrate each and every one of you. We are proud of you, and I encourage you to remember our motto, in deed and in truth. It speaks to character and diligence. I encourage you to embrace meritocracy and strive for excellence. Embrace life, try new things, push your boundaries, dream big dreams, dream such that it scares you, but whatever you do, do not fail to do. Do not let fear stop you from achieving your goals. Keep doing what you need to do, even when you're afraid of failure. Remember, failing to start is the greatest sin. Do not wait till everything is in place before you start. Do not let perfection get in the way of the good. So as you navigate the world, remember that you build your legacies and character one action at a time. In the words of Mark Twain, an American writer, humorist, and essayist, he said, 20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things that you did not do than by the ones that you did do. So throw off the fear, explore, dream, discover. Whatever you plan, start. Go out and live your best life yet. So once again, congratulations, and may the future bring you the very best out of life. Thank you very much for your attention.
Chancellor, sir, it is my pleasure to call on the Deputy Vice Chancellor Management Services, Professor Lucian Obinakchukwu, to invite the visiting Vice Chancellors to present their goodwill messages.
Chancellor, sir, I have the honor to invite visiting Vice Chancellors who are present to felicitate with the University of Lagos on this occasion of our 55th Convocation ceremony to deliver their goodwill messages. Chancellor, sir, this morning we have 27 universities. From Christland University, Ogun State, we have Professor Oyedunni Arulogu, Vice Chancellor. From the University of Medical Sciences, Ondo State, We have Professor Adebambo Oduole, representing the Vice Chancellor. From the Lead City University, Ibadan, we have Professor Kabiru Aderemi Adeyemo, Vice Chancellor. Joseph Ayo Babalola University, Professor Adekunle Eludire, Deputy Vice Chancellor. All the way from Edo State, Igbinedio University, Okada, Professor Lawrence Ezemoye, Vice Chancellor. From Kano, Bayero University, Kano, we have Professor Sonny Mohammed Gumel, Deputy Vice Chancellor. From the Northwest University, Kano, we have Professor Mukhtar Kurawa, Vice Chancellor. From the University of Technology, Akure, we have Professor B.K. Alusie, representing the Vice Chancellor. Eko University of Medicine and Health Sciences, Professor G.O.G. Awosoya, Vice Chancellor. Conferment University, Ota, Professor Wale Osibanjo, representing the Vice Chancellor. From the University of Abuja, Professor Wasiu Gabadin, representing the Vice Chancellor. From James Hope University, Lekki, Lagos State, Professor Abiola Babajide, Acting Vice Chancellor. From Lagos State University, we have one of our own, Professor Ibiemi Olatunji Bello, Vice Chancellor. From the Babcock University, we have Professor Ishola Rufus Akintoye, representing the Vice Chancellor. From Caleb University, we have Professor Foluke Dada Lawanson, representing the Vice Chancellor. From Elizabeth University, Ondo State, we have Professor Kayode Ijaduola, Vice Chancellor. From Lautech, Ogbomosho, we have Professor A.J. Adeyemi, representing the Vice Chancellor. From the University of Benin, we have Professor Chris Osubo, Deputy Vice Chancellor Administration, representing the Vice Chancellor. From the National Open University of Nigeria, that has the largest student enrollment in Nigeria, we have Professor Alero Akujobi, representing the Vice Chancellor. From Crawford University, Igbesa, Ogun State, Professor Isaac Aledebola, DVC, representing the Vice Chancellor. From Trinity University, Sabo Yaba, Lagos. we have Professor Bayomi Adetunji representing the Vice Chancellor. From Pan Atlantic University, Lagos, we have Mr. Kingsley Ukoha representing the Vice Chancellor. From Redeemers University, Ede, we have Professor Lumide Olukoni representing the Vice Chancellor. From Bowen University, we have Professor J.O. Babalola, Vice Chancellor. From Mountaintop University, we have one of our own, again, on loan, Professor Elijah Ayolabi, Vice Chancellor. The last but not the least is one of our own, the immediate past Deputy Vice Chancellor, Management Services of the University of Lagos, currently Vice Chancellor, Dennis Osadebe, University Asaba, Professor Ben Ogojafo.
Chancellor, sir, it is my pleasure to invite the chairman, the Pro-chancellor and chairman of the University of Lagos Governing Council, Chief Wole Olanipekun, CFR, SAN, to present his address.
The President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Nigeria, our President, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, represented by our own, the Honorable Minister of Education, Dr. Olatunji Alausa. The Minister of Education in his own right, here in his official capacity as the Minister of Education, Dr. Olatunji Alausa. The Minister of Education, here in his capacity as an alumnus of the University of Lagos. The Chancellor, sir, the Vice Chancellor, may I be permitted to adopt the protocol ably laid by the Vice Chancellor, but that's not without recognizing the Governor of Lagos State, who has been so wonderful to us. He's also an alumnus and represented by the Secretary to the Government of Lagos State. And then let me also go to my church by recognizing, so that I won't be denied the Holy Eucharist, my Lord, the Anglican Bishop of Lagos West, my Lord Bishop Odedeji, and also my immediate successor in office as the Pro-chancellor and chairman of Governing Council of Ajayi Crowther University, my brother, Okewu, Dr. Okewu. Now today, may I appreciate all the beautiful and handsome graduates and their parents. I see laughter in your smile all over your faces. You are so radiant. It's your day, and we are here rejoicing with you. As well as our honorees, we will come to you later on. I'm going to moderate my address because today we are speaking and we are talking to a different audience completely and or entirely. Postgraduate students who are more matured. So I will pause what I said yesterday and day before, and I will also talk to you as brothers and as friends. It was Abraham Lincoln, the great American president, who posited that upon the subject of education, I can only say that I view it as the most important subject which we as people may engage in. And you ask the question, what unites the entire world? It is education. What lightens the darkness of the world? It is education. What gives us our renaissance? It is education. Even what is the pathfinder of the world itself? It is education. And I'm so happy that we are still here in this country today, producing graduates from different disciplines. And as a university, we started on Tuesday, Wednesday, and today is the grand finale. Here in the University of Lagos, we have a common source and a shared heritage. I say this to thorough respect that the first federal university, some people might argue, but then I'm backed up by statute. To be fully established by the federal government and to be fully owned by the federal government was the University of Lagos. Nobody is saying which one is the oldest of the universities, but I'm saying which one was the first legally established through an act of parliament and owned by the federal government by Act, University of Lagos Act of 1962. We started on a very moderate note, and the university was established in response to the peculiar needs of the Federal Capital Territory then. And that was why, painstakingly, the government then, after setting up a committee to look into the necessity and desirability of establishing a university in Lagos, picked the core courses that are contiguous to the environment, contiguous to business, contiguous to education itself, contiguous to politics, including law, medicine, business administration, and water field. And the University of Lagos, we say, and rightly too, that indeed and in truth will ride above the skies. The sobriquet of the nation's pride, the first choice, is not accidental. It's not, we are not living in borrowed robes. We deserve it. We work for it. We earned it. Our faculty, our College of Medicine, has been first among equals. The Faculty of Law in Nigeria of the University of Lagos has produced more senior advocates, more judges, more corporate players in the legal world than any other university in this country. Talk of business administration, engineering, pharmacy, and what have you. And those of us who watch African magic. Talk of Nollywood, the Akindeles of this world. They all came out of the University of Lagos. Proud alumni. To the graduates of today, matured one for that matter, in the course of this convocation, we are calling you later on, you have successfully crossed the Rubicon. We bag your postgraduate degrees in various fields. As we celebrate the milestones you have attained today through hard work, burning of countless night candles, you have completed a rewarding adventure of taking the road less traveled, which has made all the difference. Without attempting to sound like a broken record, I encourage you not to rest on your oars and laurels. You must resist the lure to abandon the ladder that aided your ascension to this level. You are not yet on the promised land. For those who have been to the mountain top will agree with me that the promised land is still ahead. As beautifully captured by Charles Dickens in Oliver Twist, you must therefore fasten your belt, summon your grit and guts, be innovative, be calculative, be prepared, be resilient, be proactive, and be diligent in your endeavors, so that you can always ask for more and climb to the top of the mountain, even if the mountain is Everest. I therefore urge you to emancipate yourselves from mental slavery, borrowing the lines of the world's most celebrated reggae artist, Robert Nesta Marley, aka Bob Marley, in his track titled Redemption Song, where he succinctly keyed, "None but ourselves can free our minds." Thus, you must emancipate yourselves from the shackles of ignorance, of greed, of mediocrity, of animosity. You must free your minds from all the encumbrances in order to continue to educate yourselves on a daily basis, as education itself is a continued venture. Let me say this, and I said it yesterday. When we conduct a random interview amongst our sons and daughters who are graduating this morning, that what next? The answer might be, I want to Japan. I'm happy the Honorable Minister is here representing our very amiable President. It is something that we have to think of. A solution has to be found to it. Most humbly, I've traveled to different countries of the world. Manna does no longer fall from heaven. It fell only during the time of Moses. And there is no free breakfast anywhere. How much more of free lunch and how much more of free dinner? You toil, you work. But there are some things that our colleagues do over there that they cannot or that they won't do here. The planet, the roads there are not tiled, are not plastered with gold. Go there. Let us be here together and dig it out. But in doing so, we have to appeal to the government. And I'm so happy the Honorable Minister of Education is here. When we left the universities during our time, doors were waiting for us. Things were far better. But together, we can make this country great. We can do it here. And let us warn ourselves. Let us warn ourselves about the second slavery, slave trade, servitude. About the second colonialism. The first one, they came here, they forced us, they shipped us to their countries to work in plantations. This time around, we are the ones making entreaties to them that here we are, we have come to serve as housemates. We have come to serve with our PhD as night guards. We have come to serve even with nursing, BSc nursing, even as carers. I'm talking as a father. I'm talking as a senior citizen. And this is the podium. The university community is a free society. And an occasion like this is a solemn one where we have to be reflective. Let us beam our searchlight into our inner minds. And let us see what we can do. Take up the yoke of saying you want white-collar jobs. Yes, some must be employed by government. It's the duty of government to employ some, but government cannot do it alone. The certificates you are given today, let us liken it to a passport, international passport. Go to Alagbon, you pick your passport, the passport is morbid. It can't take you to anywhere until you obtain a visa. The visa activates it. But this time around, the certificates we are giving to you, they constitute your passports. You are to put the visa there yourself. You are to activate it. And by the time we are calling, some gentlemen here, you know about their background. They just start picking money from the streets. They started from the cradle, whether the cradle of business, whether the cradle of learning, cradle of every other thing, and they get to the top. And by the grace of God, you get to the top. Now, let's talk about the Alumni Association of the University of Lagos. I say without any fear of contradiction that although we came into existence in 1962, and Ibadan was there since 1948, but there is no university in Nigeria in terms of quality of products in every field that can come near the University of Lagos. We can keep on reading out names, and let me use the Minister of Education as a point of contact for all and most very successful alumni. And I want to say this without dressing him in borrowed robes. He's a Minister of Education who knows his onions. Since he got there, just about 3-4 months ago, things have changed for better. And things will change for better. He has plans for you. He has plans for the universities. And again, let me also appreciate you, Honorable Minister, for being a passionate alumnus, for being a committed one, for being a loyal one, for your fidelity that is committed to the University of Lagos. Even within 30 minutes this morning, we were talking of what to do about the University of Lagos. Is it solar? Is it everything? Is it every other thing? But I won't say every other thing. Sir, God bless you. We are going to give you every cooperation, every assistance, every encouragement for you to succeed. But what I'm saying to our alumni members, and our president is coming to administer the oath, and this will say 1 or 2 words. Cautiously and consciously, we have to build the University of Lagos. There are 62 federal universities in Nigeria. And the budget, the federal government budget for education this year is 7%. So, assuming even the entire federal government for education is for university, running of universities alone, what will come to the University of Lagos? We have to take the bull by the horn. And let's think of alumni associations all over the world. And I give examples of, say, like Harvard University. They had an endowment fund as at 2022 of $53.2 billion, as at then equivalent of 26.6 trillion naira. New York University had an endowment of $1 billion, then equivalent to 500 billion naira. Texas A&M University had an endowment of 12.5 billion, and you know what that means, equivalent to then 6,264,393 and 500. And then they are not superior than us. They have better education that we have obtained. All we have to do is to think about our university, the golden portals of the University of Lagos through which we passed. And let me borrow the language of my national chairman. You will soon step into your different kingdoms. Remember us when you get there. And to all alumni, Very soon we'll have an alumni night, a reunion, and whereby we have to think of what we can do for the University of Lagos and not what the university can do for us. My clarion call on all alumni is to come to the Macedonia or the Golden Gate through which we all passed to help, to assist, to support, to encourage, intervene in diverse and multidimensional ways with the goal of resuscitating, reinvigorating, rehabilitating, rebuilding, restructuring, and revamping our alma mater. Mr. Honorable Minister, sir, may I stand on this podium to plead, first, to appreciate the federal government. I was the chairman of the body of benchers. We looked at the salaries and wages of our judges all over the country. They were so poor. I don't want to mention what a justice of the Supreme Court was earning. His take-home pay, all inclusive. We approached the federal government. Federal government decided to look into it. But when President Tinubu came on board, he activated everything that we started. And today, although we still have rooms for improvement insofar as the salaries and allowances of judges are concerned, but then I stand on this podium to appreciate him as a senior lawyer and as a former chairman of the body of benchers. What am I saying? The gesture must be extended to this world. To the academia, they taught us. They taught our children. And the future of all these ones lies in their hands. At the last council meeting, the Vice Chancellor whispered to me what a newly minted PhD holder earns. And I said, "You are joking, you are kidding." He said, "No, sir." Then, recently, Council was to approve or consider approving the promotion of 80 members of the academic staff to full professorial chairs. And somebody was asking that what is the implication, economic value, what is the financial implication? I said, financial implication of what? Multiply what they will take by 80. And the Vice Chancellor told me. I said, what? We don't want to say that here. But there is need for us. We have to declare an emergency in the educational sector. And in doing that too, my plea as a father is also to members of the academic community. Look at these young ones. They are children. Our sons are daughters. I will not know how many years they spent here for a diploma course which should take 1 session, for a master's degree which should take 18 months, for a PhD course which should take 3 years. Maybe they spent 3 years for 1, 4 for so. It is my plea, and I want to appreciate ASU. I want to appreciate SANU. We had interactions with them when we came on board, that please, let there be freedom of speech, at the same time married or marked with responsibility. Responsibility in the sense that they are responsible, and I appreciate them. But let us think in terms of these children. A 3-year course should be a 3-year course. A diploma course of 9 months should be 9 months. Therefore, the Minister of Education, again, the ball is in your hands. You are finding solutions to all these problems we met on ground. And all I can say, on behalf of the Committee of Pro-chancellors, and as your brother and as your friend, is that we are going to give you all that you need to solve the knotty problems facing our university. They are daunting. They are daunting. You are not there. I mean, it's not a picnic. But we thank God that as a true and typical alumnus of the University of Lagos, you are up to the task. Now, today we are honoring two eminent Nigerians. The third one is not around. The university auditors will come and talk about them. But let me say this, that the University of Lagos, we don't sell our awards. What Elon Musk is to X, or what you call what used to be called Twitter, that's what Fola Adeola represents so far as banking is concerned in this country today. What Mark Zuckerberg is to Facebook and WhatsApp, that's what my beautiful and handsome Aburo Adeshina and his Sahara group, that's what they represent to the energy sector. And who bears better eloquent testimony to this than President Bola Ahmed Tinubu? In his congratulatory message to you this morning, he said, you have worked, each of you, the two of you have worked the talk. But he said something which you didn't notice. He said, the award is from the prestigious University of Lagos. And to the emeriti professors, you deserve it. And I also want to open up, and I think I'm permitted to do so. Henceforth, any academic in the University of Lagos who deserves any award, any promotion, Council will automatically ratify it. There is no need for debate. If Senate has done its job, except you have a record, but you say, okay, you are whispering something to us, this man is not a quick and proper person, we look into that. But there should be no debate about it. We want to congratulate all of you and all of us. Now, in conclusion, I extend my heartfelt congratulations on behalf of the Governing Council and by extension, the university, to all the graduating students, to all our awardees, to their parents, to their spouses. Always remember that you are ambassadors of this prestigious university. Strive to be ambassadors for positive change. You stand on the threshold of the future to mold and change the present and future itself and the generations. In place of inequality, champion justice. In terms of feud and aggression, whisper and echo peace. To those who are helpless, extend hands and hearts of kindness. And in the near future, when you reach the top as managers of men and women, always think of the legacies you will bequeath to humanity. Use your education to change the world. As admonished by that global citizen, Nelson Mandela, always remember that your greatness in life will never be determined by the arrays of titles you hold or the depth of your wealth, but by how impactful you are being to your neighbor and how you have positively contributed to humanity. May I appreciate all of us and all of you for the audience.
I now call on our governor, the governor of Lagos State, His Excellency, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, ably represented here by the SSG of Lagos State, Mrs. Abimbola Salu-Deyin, to present the address of the governor.
The visitor to the university, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Nigeria, His Excellency, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, represented by my brother, the Honorable Minister of Education, Dr. Olatunji Alausa. The Chancellor, His Royal Eminence, Alhaji Dr. Abubakar Gabai El Kanemi, CFR, the Shehu of Borno, you're welcome, sir. The Executive Secretary, NUC, Professor Abdullahi Yusuf Ribadu. The Pro-chancellor, who had just once again displayed his oratory powers as a lawyer here this morning, and Chairman of Council, Chief Wole Olanipekun, CFR SAN, you're welcome, sir. And of course, our very own, the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Folashade Ogunshola, my sister, OON FAS. Thank you for inviting us here. And the Oba of Lagos, Kabiyesi, Your Royal Highness, Alayeluwa Obariwa Nakiolu, of course, always represented by the White Cap Chief, Kabiyesi, and Her Royal Majesty, Mrs. Erelu Fernandez. You're welcome, ma. All the graduating students, you are the celebrants. Congratulations once again. And of course, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I would not want to bore us. The protocol list is very long, and I therefore seek your indulgence to stand on the very well-established protocol by the Vice-Chancellor. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you very much. My name is Bimbola Saluhundein, and I'm here. I am the Secretary of the Lagos State Government, and I'm here to read the goodwill message of our Governor, Mr. Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu, who is also proudly an alumnus of this great university. Thank you. Well, we are not surprised that UNILAG is doing so excellently well. Lagos State itself is a state of excellence, so we do not expect anything less. Thank you. I am honored to be part of this momentous occasion as we celebrate the 55th Convocation ceremony of the University of Lagos, a cradle of academic excellence, which has contributed immensely to the development of our society by producing world-class leaders, professionals, and innovators. Let me begin by congratulating and commending the leadership, faculty, and staff of this great institution for their tireless dedication to excellence. UNILAG has consistently demonstrated its commitment to raising individuals of character, integrity, and purpose. The success of today's graduates is a reflection of your hard work and vision. I was delighted to learn that another Lagos State indigene, Dr. Adetun Alaba Akintoye, is the valedictorian for this year. Thank you. Dr. Akintoye, whose groundbreaking research is addressing food security, one of Nigeria's critical challenges, is being recognized as a best graduating PhD student, and I have sent her a personal commendation for this feat. Well, I don't want to disclose to you what the personal commendation is, but I tell you, it's a very fat one. Thank you. I also recall that the fellow valedictorian at last year's convocation is another Lagosian, and Awori. She is Adebaki Harun, the best graduating student in the field of cell biology and genetics. Thank you. I told you that Lagos State, being the state of excellence, would always produce excellent students. Last year, we were the one. This year again, it's another Lagosian. Thank you. We hold the bragging rights. I look forward to the impact that both of you our dear Lagosians, and this time females, will make in Lagos, Nigeria, and the world as a whole. To Dr. Adetoun Alaba Akintoye, your outstanding academic performance has brought you this world. Oh, thank you. To Dr. Adetoun Alaba Akintoye, your outstanding academic performance has brought you this well-deserved honor and is a source of immense pride, not only to the University of Lagos, but also to your family, our dear Lagos State, and Nigeria as a whole. Your achievement underscores the remarkable talents and potential of our people, and I have no doubt that your contributions in the field of chemistry will inspire many young minds. Thank you. To the rest of the graduating students, you have crossed a significant milestone. Congratulations to you all. Today is a great day for you to be the graduating class, surrounded by your proud and happy parents, guardians, and friends. Today reflects your years of hard work, perseverance, and focus, and the beginning of your bright future. The world you're stepping into has its challenges, but it is also brimming with opportunities. The hard work you have put into earning your degrees is but a training for the work you will need to put into succeeding in your chosen fields of endeavor. You will find that success may not come easily, but for those who are ready to solve problems, prefer solutions, create value, and work hard, the rewards are limitless. I therefore encourage you to be bold, innovative, and courageous. Do not wait for opportunities to come to you. Go out there and seize them, because the future belongs to those who act with purpose, boldness, and conviction. You are all privileged to have been born into this nation at this time, brimming with opportunities that, if well harnessed, will direct its course to greatness. I see all of you as change makers who have been given this unique privilege to make an impactful difference in this great country, and I trust that you will do so in your own little way. I urge you to embrace the ethos of innovation, resilience, and integrity that the University of Lagos has instilled in you. Remember that the challenges ahead are opportunities for you to shine and make a difference. I can feel the energy in this great hall, the signature of our teeming youth. The world has come to recognize the immeasurable potential that Nigerian youths possess. You, our Nigerian youths, have been showcasing your talents across diverse fields, including the creative industry, technology, science, and so many others. I can assure you that they are watching and waiting, expecting you to play a very important role in making a difference in the world. I urge you all not to be discouraged and agitated by the trending mass migration of our youth to other parts of the world, seeking greener pasture. Instead, I challenge you to take advantage of the challenges around you and prefer solutions to them. Remember that the economic challenges we are facing in Nigeria is not peculiar to us. It is a global phenomenon, and we are able to overcome if we, through you and other brilliant minds like you, design solutions for our challenges, just as others are doing for their own regions. This is our own home, our own heaven on earth. This administration recognizes the importance of nurturing young talents, preparing them for leadership roles, and providing them with employment opportunities. As graduates in Lagos, you are uniquely positioned to join the vast network of problem solvers and solution providers in the state. This administration has opened pathways for great opportunities for you. We in Lagos State, the government, have established the Lati Jakonde Leadership Academy, a flagship program designed to groom young leaders by providing them with hands-on training in public service, policy formulation, and governance. These initiatives reflect our commitment to equipping the next generation with the skills they need to lead effectively and ethically. In addition to the Lati Jakonde Academy, we have prioritized youth empowerment through various initiatives fostered by the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund, which has provided numerous grants and loans to young entrepreneurs. We also have the Ready, Set, Work program, which prepares final year students for the job market by equipping them with critical workplace skills. There is also the Lagos State Graduate Internship Program and many more youth programs that we can take advantage of. Should I go on? Thank you. There are too many to mention here. I urge you to key into these initiatives and carve a niche for yourselves. Be part of it. Take advantage of it. Remember that great ideas will always attract money. I encourage you all to take advantage of these opportunities and actively participate in shaping the future of Lagos and Nigeria. The government, your government in Lagos State, remains committed to supporting you on your journey, and we look forward to witnessing the remarkable impact you will have in your respective fields. In conclusion, I want to congratulate, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. In conclusion, I want to congratulate again all the parents and guardians. Today is as much yours as it is for your children. Your many sacrifices have contributed immensely to bringing us to this moment. And I congratulate you for nurturing these bright minds. To the graduates, as you step into the next phase of your journey, you are entering a world filled with uncertainties and complexities. It is imperative that you resolve to excel. Let nothing deter you or shake your determination to succeed. You must embrace resilience, persevere against all odds, and turn every obstacle into an opportunity for growth and achievement. Once again, I congratulate the management and faculty of the University of Lagos. I particularly commend the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Folashade Tolulokpe Ogunshola, who have assiduously led this university, and her hard-working team of DVCs and other management staff for their steadfastness. I have no doubt that this institution will continue to produce graduates who lead with vision and integrity. Thank you for listening. God bless you all.
Chancellor, sir, I hereby invite the Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Academics and Research, Professor Bola Obo, to present the prize winners.
Chancellor, sir, I have the honor to present to you those students, those graduates who have distinguished themselves by winning special prizes in their respective fields of study during the 2023-2024 academic session. The University of Lagos Business School. University of Lagos Business School Executive Director's Prize of 250,000 naira for the best graduating participant in the 2023-2024 academic session. And this goes to Gafar Aliyu Obabiolorun Kosi with a perfect CGPA of 5.0. School of Postgraduate Studies. The Hopuno Wusu Prize for the best students in public health, Masters in Public Health. Chiawa Theodora Ikena. Caroline Olubukola Oshibogun Prize for the best student in Masters of Public Health. Chiawa Theodora Ikena. The Chief Poly I Emenike Prize, 100,000 cash prize to the best graduating full-time students in the Masters of Business Administration, Abubakar Mayanchi. Chief Poly Emenike Prize of 100,000 to the best graduating full-time students in Masters in Business Administration, Marketing, Olajide O. Esther. The Chief Poly Emenike Prize of 100,000 cash prize to the best graduating full-time student, Master of Business Administration, Organizational Behavior, Abang Kingsley. Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry Prize, 200,000 cash prize to the best Master of Business Administration graduating student in entrepreneurship, Okumuyide T. Elizabeth. Otumba Gbenga Daniel Prize of 50,000 to the best graduating student in management, MBA full-time, Ochiba C. Enayi. Late Professor Adetokunbo Babatunde Shofoluwe Prize, 50,000 cash prize for the best PhD thesis in the university, Akitoye Adetong Alaba. Professor Abdul Fatai Biolama Badeje Prize, 25,000 cash prize to the best graduating student in Masters in Pharmacology, Akintayo E. Temitope. Late Professor Monilola Arinola Taiwo Prize, 50,000 cash prize to the best graduating student in microbiology, Igbala Jobi Omowumi. Late Chief Dr. Abel Obeku Prize, 25,000 cash prize to the best overall graduating student in Masters of Science in Industrial Relations and Personnel Management, Adeyanju Yusuf Akorede. Commissioner of Police Abayomi Onoshile Retired Prize, 25,000 for the best graduating student in Masters of Criminology, Adeyemi E. Olamide. Professor Ayoka Mopelola Olushakin Prize, 25,000 naira cash prize to the best PhD student with best thesis in counseling education, Isiaka Gafar. The late Chief Festus Okotiebo Academic Prize, 250,000 for the best PhD thesis in public finance,
banking, finance, or economics. Adeosun Oluyemi Theophilus. Dr. Mrs. Taiwo Folashade Ipaye Academic Prize, 50,000 to the best PhD thesis in the Department of Educational Management. Akran Akere Miriam. The first occupier of Pastor E.A. Adeboye Chair, Professor Samuel Shegun Okoya Academic Prize, 35,000 cash prize to the best postgraduate student with the best average score in differential equations 1 and 2. Undugbona Ganya Chinwedu. ARM Trustees Prizes, the Oladejo and Adeoti Akunpelu Award of 250,000 to the best graduating doctoral student with PhD Computer Science. Ogunbiyi Taofikat Donisola. F.O. Lasisi Prize, 50,000 to the best overall Master of Science in Finance. Shobamiwa Ayomide. Olufemi Omolabake Omolenyiwa Memorial Prize, 100,000 to the best MBA student. Unwaka Edith. Professor Edi Oladide Omolenyiwa Prize, 100,000 for the best graduating master student in accounting. Malik Sadiq and Mabumi Olanrewaju. Eleko Oba Shanusi Olusi Prize, 250,000 for the best graduating student in Masters of African and Diaspora Studies. Abiola Adenuga. Social and Urban History Award, 150,000 for the master's dissertation. Samuel Ademola Arogudade. Risk Management of Nigeria Prize, 50,000 to the best student of Masters of Risk Management. Ayodele Oluwatumishi. Iweanya Victor Onyekachi Legend Award, 50,000 for the best MBA student in Advanced Macroeconomic Theory. Olasunkomi Taiwo and Adeleke Oluseun Joshua. The late Professor Jelili Adebisi Omotola SAN Prize, 200,000 for the best LLM in Secured Credit Transaction Law. Adebayo Shegun. Bola Akingbade Prize, 100,000 to the best graduating student in Masters in MSc Marketing. Olajide O. Esther. Professor Undubisi Ifeanyi Nwokoma Prize, 100,000 for the best student in the Center for Policy Analysis and Research. Arinze Chima Mark. Professor Akin Oshibogun Prize, 50,000 to the best graduating student in Epidemiology option of the Masters of Public Health. Lebimoyo Azizat Abiodun. Otelemba Nwayibo Prize, 100,000 for the overall best graduating student in the Faculty of Education. Ahmed Ajibola Fatima Atinuke. Magdalene Omole Prize of 100,000 for the overall best graduating student in early childhood education. Ajibola Fatima Atinuke.
The names of the prize winners and the prizes they have won are indicated on the relevant pages of the 55th Convocation Order of Proceedings. The accounts of the prize winners will be credited and they will soon receive alerts. Chancellor, sir, the Dean School of Postgraduate Studies will now present those of their students who have qualified for the postgraduate diploma of the university in 2023-2024 session. I now call on the Dean School of Postgraduate Studies, Professor Abraham Oshinobi.
Chancellor, sir, I have the honor to present to you those students of the School of Postgraduate Studies of the University of Lagos who have successfully completed a postgraduate diploma in various programs in the university in the 2023-2024 session. Those present, those online, and those who are unavoidably absent, whose names appear on pages 68 to 71 of the order of proceedings, and for whom I stand proxy. I hereby request the graduating students of the various departments in the school who are present and whose names appear on pages 68 to 71 of the 55th Convocation Order of Proceedings to stand up, doff their caps, and remain standing until they are admitted into their postgraduate degrees by the Chancellor.
By the authority of Senate, I confer on you all and severally the postgraduate diploma in various programs of the School of Postgraduate Studies. Congratulations. Thank you.
Chancellor, sir, the Executive Director, University of Lagos Business School, Professor Mike Adebamowo, will now present those of their students who have qualified for the Master of Business Administration, Master of Non-Interest Finance, and Master of Public Health of the university in the 2023-2024 session.
Chancellor, sir, I have the honor to present to you those students of the University of Lagos Business School who have successfully completed their Master of Business Administration, Master of Non-Interest Finance, and Master of Public Health degree examinations in the university in the 2023-2024 session. Those present, those online, and those who are unavoidably absent, whose names appear on the list and for whom I stand proxy. May I request the graduating students of the Master of Business Administration, Master of Non-Interest Finance, and Master of Public Health degree programs who are present and whose names appear on page 64 of the 55th Convocation Order of Proceedings to stand up, doff their caps, and remain standing until they are admitted to their degree by the Chancellor.
By the authority of Senate, I admit you all and severally to the degree of Master of Business Administration, Master of Non-Interest Finance, Master of Public Health, and the University of Lagos Business School. Congratulations. Thank you.
Chancellor, sir, I would like to invite the graduating students who have distinguished themselves by obtaining distinction in their degree program to come forth for recognition by the Chancellor. For Master of Business Administration, Achiegbu Okechukwu Chukwuemeka, Awoyinka Olakunle Kola, Ben Ebo Enyi Emmanuel, Eigbebolo Augusta, Emmanuel Angela Akaneyeli, Fasheson Olukemi Oyeteju, Gafar Aliu Obabi Olorunkosi, who finished with a perfect score of 5.0. Rufai Afsat Olubukola, Teji Osho Temitope Oluwakemi, Alagbe Oluseyi Adeyinka, Anuku Chioma Agata, Sifadas Amaka Mercy, Eze Kingsley Onyebuchi, Eze Emmanuel, Ogungbaye Sukanmi Shesan, Oladimeji Tolulope Oluwaseun, Onipede Anthony Oladeyinde. Onipede Anthony Oladeyinde is a professor of medical microbiology in medicine at Obafemi Awolowo University and a council member of Lagos State University of Science and Technology. This is one of the quality products of Business School of University of Lagos. We also have Abubakar Kuburat Opeyemi, Diopa Linda Chigozin. For Master of Non-Interest Finance, distinction, Olanriwaju Odeshino Wasilat Bukola. And for Master of Public Health, Alaka Aisha Ashaki.
It is my pleasure to invite the overall best graduating students in the University of Lagos Business School to come for recognition and presentation of plaque. Gafar Aliyu Obabi Olorunkosi, Chancellor, sir, the Dean, School of Postgraduate Studies, Professor Abraham Oshinobi, will now present those students who have qualified for the master's degrees of the university in the 2023-2024 session. I now call on Professor Abraham Oshinobi.
Chancellor, sir, I have the honor to present to you those students of the School of Postgraduate Studies who have successfully completed their Master of Arts, Master of Education, Master of Science Education, Master of Science, and other various programs, including Master in Diplomacy and Strategic Studies, Master in Facilities Management, Master in Project Management, Master in Urban and Regional Planning, Master of Applied Geophysics, Master of Banking and Finance, Master of Business Administration, Master of Criminology, Master of Development Finance, Master of Disaster Management, Master of Employment and Labor Studies, Master of Engineering Systems Management, Master of Environmental Design, Master of Environmental Management, Geographic Information System, Master of Geoinformatics, Information Technology, Master of Housing Development and Management, Master of Industrial and Labor Relations, Master of Information Technology, Master of International Law and Diplomacy, Master of Landscape Architecture, Master of Laws in Cyber Law, Master of Logistics and Supply Chain Management, Master of Managerial Psychology, Master of Maritime Administration and Management, Master of Molecular Diagnosis, Master of Process Engineering, Master of Professional Ethics, Master of Public Administration, Master of Public and International Affairs, Master of Public Health, Master of Research and Public Policy, Master of Risk Management, Master of Security and Intelligence Studies, Master of Transportation, Planning and Management, Master of Urban Design, Master of Urban Logistics and Transport Policy, and last but not the least, Professional Master of Logistics and Supply Chain Management. In this university, in the 2023-2024 section, may I request the graduating students of the various departments in the School of Postgraduate Studies of the University of Lagos who are present and whose names appear on pages 72 to 109 of the 55th Convocation Order of Proceedings to stand up, doff their caps, and remain standing until they are admitted into their degrees by the Chancellor.
By the authority of Senate, I confer on you all and severally the master's degree in various programs of the School of Postgraduate Studies. Congratulations.
Chancellor, sir, I will invite the graduating students who have distinguished themselves, obtaining distinction in their degree program, to stand up for recognition by the Chancellor.
Chancellor, sir, a total of 213 PhDs will be conferred today. This is contained on pages 110 to 132 of the Order of Proceedings. Chancellor, sir, the Dean of the School of Postgraduate Studies, Professor Abraham Oshedobi, will now present those students who have qualified for the Doctor of Philosophy degrees of the University of Lagos during the 2023-2024 session. I now call on the Dean, School of Postgraduate Studies, Professor Abraham Oshedobi.
Chancellor, sir, I have the honor to present to you those students of the School of Postgraduate Studies who have successfully completed their Doctor of Philosophy degrees in this great university in the 23-24 section. Those present, those online, and those who are unavoidably absent, whose name appear on pages 110 to 132 of the order of proceedings, and for whom I stand proxy. I hereby request the graduating students of the various departments in the school who are present and whose names appear on pages 110 to 132 of the 55th Convocation Order of Proceedings to stand up, doff their caps, and remain standing until they are admitted into their degrees by the Chancellor.
By the authority of Senate, I confer on you all and severally the Doctor of Philosophy degree in various programs of the School of Postgraduate Studies. Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I hereby call on the PhD graduates to come forth for recognition by the Chancellor. Udodi Lillian Adaora, PhD Mass Communication. Walter Okwong John, PhD Botany. Omoniyi Bolaji Omotayo, PhD Music. Faustino Babatunde Adeshina, PhD Mass Communication. Onowola Olubukola Oluwatoyin, PhD Biochemistry. Amosu Kehinde Olarunwa, PhD Philosophy. Amzat Moranikeji Fausiat, PhD Psychology. Edem Ekpeyon, PhD Anatomy. Olaluwoye Remilekun David, PhD Mass Communication. Onwama Vincent Shikwendu, PhD Mass Communication. Orivri Hope Afoke, PhD Mass Communication. Opara Elaine Ushena, PhD Adult Education. Johnson Felicia Amotola, PhD Mathematics Education. Olukwa Undubisi Shidi, PhD Economics. Ajayi Babatunde Ebenezer, PhD Cell Biology and Genetics. Okeagwoke Shuku Martin, PhD Parasitology and Bioinformatics. Ayodele Elizabeth Titilayo, PhD Parasitology and Bioinformatics. Eniayewu Aminat Olayinka, PhD Economics. Ayodele Elizabeth Titilayo, PhD Parasitology and Bioinformatics. Adenuga Juliet Ifioma, PhD Economics. Okunwola Oluwatoye Olaniyi, PhD Exercise Physiology. Anyanwu Joachim Ebereshuku, PhD Metallurgical and Materials Engineering. Owate Patrick Adeomo, PhD Computer Sciences. Adeduntan Ronke Ojo, PhD Social Studies Education. Unzekwe Gerald Ushena, PhD Finance. Okoshwa Shimaroke Rose, PhD History and Strategic Studies. John Moriamo Oluwatosin, PhD Chemistry. Babalola Olufisayo, PhD Finance. Shonde Adebowale Tiwalade, PhD Botany. Ladipo Eniola Niniola, PhD Yoruba Language. Olukani Adedayo Titilayo, PhD Cell Biology and Genetics. Oji Oraimesi Oloshi Mariana, PhD Social Studies Education. Shonubi Taiwo Anthony, PhD Finance. Adeyemi Adewumi Olaniro, PhD Statistics. Ambolu Victor Olufunsho, PhD Finance. Ojumu Olayiwola Omojola, PhD Finance. Ifekoya Olubenga Emmanuel, PhD Sports Administration and Management. Anaso Antoniette Ekeoma, PhD Adult Education. Adebayo Michael Oluwarotimi, PhD Building. Badamosi Taufik Olalekon, PhD Management. Charles Ayobola Olufolake, PhD Economics. Akintunde Oludayo Ayodeji, PhD Physics, Solid Health Physics. Umoru Bashiru, PhD Finance. Adebola Feyisayo Tolulope, PhD Finance. Alonge Adekunle Olushola, PhD Finance. Fortson Taye Lolu Victor Oladino, PhD Operations Research. Maudie Kingsley Isioma, PhD Marketing. Eyinaya Unena Peace, PhD Marketing. Udofia Epayong, PhD Production and Operations Management. Oyewumi Obafemi Rufus, PhD Accounting. Olubenga Olufunke Titilope, PhD Cell Biology and Genetics. Aruwa Ocholi Hademu Momo, PhD Finance. Omoemu Stanley Osasere, PhD Finance. Ajayi Elizabeth Folakemi Abimbola, PhD Economics. Akibaloye Olutosin Christiana, PhD Geography. Udenze Ifioma Christiania, PhD Cell Biology and Genetics. Ashimolowo Ademuyiwa Sahid, PhD Early Childhood Education. Fọlọ́runṣọ́ Rukayat Yetunde, PhD Operations Research. Egbetale Christopher Idemudia, PhD Management. Oyenekwe Florence Ifiama, PhD Finance. Adedokun Adebanjo Kolade, PhD Finance. Aliu Kehinde Adewale, PhD Finance. Ojegbile Babatunde Moses, PhD Surveying and Geoinformatics. Oruna Bernard Blessed, PhD Economics Education. Onodeko Oluwadamilola Tolulope, PhD Biochemistry. Ajibola Akinyemi Alao, PhD Economics. Akinlade Olajumoke, PhD French Language. Adeosun Oluyemi, PhD Economics. Amotokese Mujibat Opeyemi, PhD French Language. Uyabasi Gabriel Noble Father, PhD Pharmacology. Adewale Adeniyi Richard, PhD Cell Biology and Genetics. Oyenuga Olamilekan Gbenga, PhD Operation Research. Adewale Ahmed Kunle, PhD Adult Education. Shikere Ngozi Ann, PhD Management. Arabi Ismail Tubosun, PhD Marketing. Astro Adetumi Lara Odunayo, PhD Guidance and Counseling. Olaoye Olayide Olayinka, PhD Economics. Oladipupo Akolade Ridwan, PhD Pharmaceutical Chemistry. Adekunle Ayodele Olushola, PhD Sports Psychology. Olaniyan Sunday Michael, PhD Actuarial Science. Ademola Victor Damilola, PhD Exercise Physiology. Ilupeju Tarika Adepeju, PhD History and Strategic Studies. Sarumi Sahib, PhD History and Strategic Studies. Adeyaye Mayawa, PhD History and Strategic Studies. Kule Ope Shiama, PhD Microbiology. Oladunni Muhammad, Bilkis Mopelola, PhD Business Education. Abiwo Abosede Labake, PhD Educational Technology. Isiaka Gafar, PhD Guidance and Counseling. Waniko Stephanie Unzeke, PhD Economics. Awobiyide Ayodeji Olubumi, PhD Law. Archie Fidelis Omenogo, PhD Building. Bolaji Adebanjo Adewumi, PhD History and Strategic Studies. Adegoke Adeshina Said, PhD Mechanical Engineering. Ojini Sunday Folomsho, PhD Guidance and Counseling. Fatuji Raymond Ayodele, PhD French. Obaji Undubusi Opa, PhD Civil and Environmental Engineering. Ikeri Emmanuel, PhD Adult Education. Imayi Moses, PhD History and Strategic Studies. Ononuga Idowu Christiana, PhD Educational Technology. Bankole Janet, PhD Marketing. Suberu Yewande, PhD Biochemistry. Adewole Maruf, PhD Medical Physics. Ahmed Abiodun, PhD Marketing. Joguola Abiodun, PhD Estate Management. Abraham Alfred, PhD Philosophy. Jayaba Adejoke, PhD Health Education. Ekweme Ngozi, PhD Adult Education. Akala Salome, PhD Mass Communication. Udofia Samuel Kevin, PhD Geography. Oke Oluwayinka Omobolanle, PhD Chemistry. Himo Faith, PhD Adult Education. Fashakin Oluwumi, PhD Geophysics. Owolewa Musiliu, PhD Health Education. Amuzie Ugona, PhD Exercise Physiology. Banjoko Idowu, PhD Adult Education. Sitao Muftau, PhD French Education. Sorinyon Tiwalade, PhD Guidance and Counseling. Shuku Shiere, PhD English Literature. Olubodi Oladipupo Abiola, PhD History and Strategic Studies. Nwafo Nkechi, PhD Chemistry. Aina Oluwashola Abiodun, PhD English Language. Audu John, PhD English Literature. Odi Ikwegwa, PhD English Literature. Olayinka Daniel Olayemi, PhD English Language. Emele Shibuike Roland, PhD Estate Management. Ogunsesan Bilikis Oyebola, PhD Guidance and Counseling. Ekwesi Eugenia Shinyere, PhD English Language. Oloyede Tinuolade, PhD English Language. Oshunuyi Joseph Akin, PhD Music. Owuna Faith Shinedu, PhD Educational Administration. Onwundijo Andrew Ngozi Chukwuka, PhD Philosophy. Tunde Ojo Olufikayo Nihilola, PhD Industrial Relations and Personnel Management. Agboro Patricia, PhD Philosophy. Asaolu Ikeoluwapo Olanike, PhD Biochemistry. Olaomi Olumayowa, PhD Geography. Other Comfort, PhD Pharmaceutical Chemistry. Fakorede Samson Taiwo, PhD Cell Biology and Genetics. Fajimolu Oladimeji Charles, PhD Management. Akishiku Olusegun Emmanuel, PhD Quantity Surveying. Idowu Olalekan Benjamin, PhD Estate Management. Dasaolu Christiana Adetola, PhD Adult Education. Salami Mohammed, PhD Mechanical Engineering. Adedayo Gafar Tawakal Adenike, PhD Health Education. Onyemaobi Shineye Antonia, PhD Management. Dimo Scholastica, PhD Microbiology. Akran Akere Mariam, PhD Educational Administration. Oladosu Stephen, PhD Surveying and Geoinformatics. Onwaha Indidi Natalia, PhD History and Strategic Studies. Adegboyega Anthony Babajide, PhD Physics. Igodalo David, PhD Marketing. Ogunbiyi Taufikat, PhD Computer Science. Adzande Ayila Emmanuel, PhD Surveying and Geoinformatics. Olowe Ruth, PhD Mathematics. Nathan Emmanuel Ikanga, PhD Educational Technology. Adediran Oluyemi Gabriel, PhD English Language. Abere Omotayo John Kali, PhD Actuarial Science. Ogene Okikiade, PhD Physiology. Asukwa Gabriel, PhD Philosophy. Adeyemi Babatunde Alex, PhD Architecture. Akinu Niola Oluwakemi, PhD Mass Communication. Ali Balogun Nkechi, PhD Mass Communication. Umfom, PhD Risk Management and Insurance. Ibrahim Yusuf Opanashi, PhD Botany. Olaguju Kamorudin Tunde, PhD Geology. Abdulaziz Kolapo, PhD Adult Education. Olajire Ademola Adebukola, PhD Mass Communication. Makanjuola Victor Olufemi, PhD Anatomy. Afolabi Oni Adeyemi Olabode, PhD Architecture. Ajao Elizabeth Atinuke, PhD Mathematics Education. Otu Bodurin Olasheni, PhD Cell Biology and Genetics. Adeyemi Sandra, PhD Architecture. Makonjuola Emmanuel, PhD Adult Education. Iluebe Victor Odaloshi, PhD Mathematics. Alibalogo Olamide Ganiu, PhD Educational Administration. Ojapiwa Babafemi Ayodeji, PhD Physics. Anoke Uzosike Rose, PhD Physics. Shoyombo Luke Olatunji, PhD Sociology. Fapetu Emmanuel, PhD Sociology. Adetunji Taiwo, PhD Music Education. Obienu Justina Adaugo, PhD Marine Biology. Akimbo Sola Jibayo, PhD Physiology. Bangura Molai, PhD Economics. Itodo Matthew, PhD Philosophy. Aneke Pascal, PhD Philosophy. Odeyemi Benga, PhD Economics. Rahman Abbas, PhD Religious Education, Islamic Studies. Adeyinka Aderoti Adedayo, PhD Metallurgical and Materials Engineering. Humphrey Olamide Florence, PhD Environmental Toxicology and Pollution Management. Fagoroye Olumide, PhD Chemical Engineering. Enukora Ifeanyi, PhD Industrial Relations and Personnel Management. Adebola Grace, PhD Industrial Relations and Personnel Management. Grilo Babajide Lukman, PhD Industrial Relations and Personnel Management. Adio Latif Abolaji, PhD Industrial Relations and Personnel Management. Sebili Toyiba Olabisi, PhD Early Childhood